Okay, I'm live, but nothing's happening. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to film and do my makeup. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm nervous. I ain't never done this before. All right. Hi, I'm Ambry, and this is Ambry's Corner, and welcome back to my channel. If you're a new viewer, watch, subscriber, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, watch, subscriber, welcome back. Hi, I am back today with another video. Today's video was supposed to be something else. I was supposed to be doing this review right here on the curve case, but you know, I don't feel like it today, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm also currently going live right now, and this is like my first time attempting to go live, so I'm scared. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to keep it going until the end of this video, and we'll see what happens. But yeah, I do have my bucket of goodies right here in front of me, so I'm just gonna be working with this. I had this idea for a video a while back. It was all these products I haven't used in a while, and one product that I would specifically remember using a lot of when I in the beginning of like my makeup journey was this. It's the CC's It Cream. I love this stuff. It's so good. And so we're going to pull it out. I do have mine in deep bronze. So yeah. So we're going to go in with this tonight and a couple others. I seen this trend on TikTok today. Well, just a few minutes ago actually, called the doing your makeup like your zodiac signs. So I am gonna I'm not gonna do that, but you know, it gave me an idea, so I might travel a little bit in that direction, but not quite. I usually just do whatever calls to me when I do my makeup. I don't like to like plan out a look. Sometimes I plan it out, and then other times I won't bother planning it out because I don't know, I feel like I'm not at the point yet where I can plan out how I'm gonna do my makeup. I just have to do it and see what happens. But yeah, so I'm just going in first with the NYX brow glue in dark brown. I think it is, yeah, dark brown. I love this stuff. Ever since I started using this, I do not touch any other brow glue. This probably will always be a repurchase for me. I don't care what comes out. This will be my brow glue. And I'm one of those people, like I have like really thick eyebrows. It kind of runs in the family. So I don't really need to like to fill my brows in. I just go in with a little bit of tinted brow, like a tinted brow gel, and that does it for me. My eyebrows right now are overgrown because I haven't been to get them waxed just yet. I haven't been to get them waxed just yet, but that is on my to-do list very, very soon. So I'm trying to wait as close to possible for my birthday. So that's the plan here. So my absolute favorite concealer is the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I love this concealer to do my brows with. Sorry. I don't care like what concealer I have. This is always just going to do it for me when it comes to like my brows and stuff like that. So I love to go in with this one specifically. So yeah. And so now, where's my brush? I'm gonna go in with this brush right here, and this is just my Real Techniques brush. I didn't always use a brush. I used to be a sponge girly, but now, my cousin's wife kind of turned me into a brush girly, so this is what I use now. I don't know why, but I actually do kind of prefer it, even though I feel like the sponge is quicker than the brush, but that's just my opinion. I do like to do this first and then go in with my my primer. Um my YouTube people, my YouTube subscribers, my people on YouTube, I already know that, but this is, I'm just reiterating this for whomever's watching me on live right now. So if you know, you know. If you don't, you don't, or you're finding out. So if y'all hear anything in the background, it's my mom and my fan. I am very, very hot natured. I have to have a fan on. I don't care what time of the year it is. If it's summertime, wintertime, fall, it's a fan on in this room. I'm sorry. I'm hot natured. I tend to sweat very quickly. So yeah. I am going to try to stay on live the entire time I'm filming this video. So want to watch. If you don't have to. This is new for me. So yeah. My mom on the phone telling everybody I'm going live. I wanted her just to sit in and watch me go live, but she hasn't made it to the live yet. So I don't know what's going on. She's telling everybody rather than actually just sitting there watching the live. So, oh, and for those of you on the live, I do have a YouTube channel. It's the same name as my TikTok name, Every's Corner. I've been doing like my little YouTube thing for a few years now. So yeah. Dang, I left my the thing I set my brow with, my eyes with, in my drawer over there. Okay, I'm gonna pause the video and have to go get it. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. Let's start this back up. Okay, so for anybody that doesn't know, well, for y'all that don't know, I like to go in with my Fit Me press powder to set my concealer on my eyes. So yeah, this press powder, I had, when I first started my makeup journey, like I was like in Sephora heavy. And even though I had people telling me, you don't got to go to Sephora, the drugstore, but let's see, the problem was I didn't know how to match myself. So I would go to Sephora so I could ask them questions. I know I got on them folks' nerves, but it doesn't matter. I would go to ask questions. And that was my way of basically learning, like, how to do my makeup. Or well, how to match myself for my makeup. Not learning how to do it, but how to match myself. And that became my way of learning about new products, getting hip to new products before I just started finding products on my own, and you know. And I did have like a few attempts at trying to do my makeup before, like when I was in high school, stuff like that, but you know, that didn't work out. I'm just gonna go in with my favorite primer, one of my favorite primers besides the Grip Milk primer. That's good, but this is my go to. This is the Elf's Power Grip primer. I get this one, not the pink one. I prefer this one. I think I'm getting low on it. But yeah, like going to Sephora was like how I learned, not just learned, but how I learned like to match myself. And I'm still kind of testy at that. If you go onto my channel, you will see like some of the products I get don't always match. But I have learned over time that sometimes a little dark is okay. If you go too dark, that's a whole different thing. And I have done that before. But if you go too dark, you know, that's a whole different thing. But whatever. All right, and so now we're just gonna go in with my my CC cream. I'm just getting my brush. So this is the brush I like to use right here. I do like to spritz all the products that I use with my e.l.f. Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. This is my skin tint brush. So I have like two brushes. I use one brush, which is the black brush, for my foundation, which is this brush right here. And I use this brush, the pink brush, for my skin tints. That's just how I've been doing it since I've been doing it like this. So yeah. I go in with a couple pumps of this on the back of my hand. And I just start to apply it. I have been like doing my makeup for about 2 years. This was a journey I started 2 years prior. Well, no, it's been almost 3 years now. It's not been 2 years. It's been almost 3 years since I started my makeup journey. There is like a vlog, not a very good vlog, on my channel about my journey with makeup and why I started and stuff like that. One reason that I started doing my own makeup was because I don't know, it just seemed like anytime I tried to like book people to do my makeup, something would go wrong. And I got tired of excuses about why people couldn't do my makeup. So I took my own initiative and started teaching myself. Now I got a big problem when it comes to it, because I can't stop buying products, whether it's on TikTok or going to Walmart, because don't sleep on the drugstore products. They are probably, if not better, just as good as some of the high end. I find that a lot of people be like, oh, I just want to take a trip to Sephora. I'm just going to wait, take a trip to... I say, no, you don't, baby. You go right on down the street to the CVS and get you some products that's not, if not as good, better than some of the high end stuff, which I have learned. I feel like I say to my subscribers sometimes, there was an era that I missed in makeup. I feel like when it was at its peak, and now like I thought that's when high end was at its peak, and now like drugstore makeup is like really making its mark, I feel like, on the makeup industry. And I feel like now that's the whole era of its own now. So, you know, I see a lot of people like bringing back, or, you know, just reusing like those old core products, which is how a lot of people even got started doing their makeup. Maybelline, L'Oreal was products that people was using when they couldn't afford to go to Sephora or the MAC or to any of these other places and buy makeup. And they do have like a lot of high end in betweens. Like I like to think of Juvia's Place as like an in between place. Like it's like high end, but it's also not expensive as some of the high end products that we have out there. And so don't sleep on them either. I think everybody pretty much know that Juvia's Place has like some really tea products. I am looking at a concealer from there now, but I don't need to buy no more makeup. None. For long, I'm not going to have any room for all the makeup that I have. I think I'm talking to loud more than I'm talking to the video. But it's fine. I need to get used to doing this anyway. So, okay, I'm done with my, applying my CC cream. Now I'm going to go in with, my bronzer. I actually use two bronzers. People on YouTube know, people on live don't know. But I use two. Well, if you watch my reels and stuff, like, you know that. But I use two bronzers. I love to go in with the Juvia's Place Duo. And I like to go in with the Fenty Beauty bronzer. And I know there's two bronzers in here, but I don't know, it's something about the combination between two that I just cannot get over. So I like to go in with that top color right there. As you can see, it's very used. I like to go in with that top color right there. And for my Fenty bronzer, I use Mocha Mammy. And I like to go in with this in that top color. And I just feel like it gives me like the most beautiful red. So yeah. Spray my brush. I spray every brush with whatever I have available to me on my little vanity right here. So I go in with a little bit of this and a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And I just start stippling it onto my cheek. I know it's kind of like too red for me, but I think the red bronzer looks beautiful on dark skin. Like, oh my god, just something about a dark skin baddie in like a nice pretty warm red bronzer. Oh, it's unmatched. I love it. Hi everybody that's joining in. If y'all can't tell, I've already started to like sweat a little bit around my nose. And that's why the fan has to be on when I do my makeup. Alright, that's good. Okay. I do nose contour a little bit, but not much. I really don't like the food that. But you know, I'm going to do a little bit. So, this is weird, I know. But that dark color at the bottom right there, that's the color I like to bronze my nose with. So I just go in a little bit with that, and I just start right here bronzing my nose. I don't go all the way down my nose. It depends on how I'm feeling. I go over onto the eyelid, up into the brow. It's a mess. It's a messy contour nose, but it's contoured. That's the point. And that's just how I'm not very good with the eyeshadow. I'm trying to get there, but it hasn't come to me naturally yet. So, you know, we're working towards that. Yo, my YouTube video is like up to 9 minutes. Now, let me turn this off for a second and finish this up. I will turn it back on just a few seconds. I'm not a professional. I know my technique may be off a little bit, but this is just how I've done it the whole entire time I've been doing it. And mind you, there was a point in time when I didn't do this. Like, I didn't mess with my nose area. And that looks good to me. That's all we're going to do with that. Okay, I'm turning back on mine. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with my NARS bronzer in Cocoa Dark 2. NARS bronzer is like a really good bronzer. Oh my god. I slept on it. I'm not going to hold you. I slept on it for a minute because I used to hear people talk about how good this concealer is, but it is tea. I do have a mini one, but I also have a big one. After I used this for the first time, I went right ahead and purchased the big one. This used to be like my my favorite like little combination, my little NARS bronzer and my It CC cream. I used to love to do this like little combination. And then, you know, I got put on to other things, so now it's not my go-to anymore. So I do have to let this sit for a bit before I continue on with anything else. Tonight, to set my whole face, I'm going to be using my Huda Beauty in Peach Pie. Y'all remember my YouTube girlies. This used to be like my go-to setting powder. I remember I was using like a little cheap, let me show y'all. I was using like a little cheap hair store one for like the longest, but it would give me like the most ugliest flashback. Here you go, right here. I was using this for like the longest, and it would give me like the most horrible flashback. Horrible, like you could see it in pictures, you could see it everywhere, you could see the flashback. It was just like terrible. And so when I started I had said in my mind, like, next time I go to Sephora, I'm gonna pick me up a a new setting powder. And the nice lady at Sephora, she put me on to Huda, and I'm addicted to Huda. I do have on my channel right now. Well, not right now. It'll be up next week. But this right here, review for this one right here. This is just the new pink pumpkin setting powder by Huda. Huda does not disappoint. Let me tell you, she does not. I feel like all her products are tea. All of them. I also have the Ube one as well. My favorite setting powder though, it has to be the Laura Mercier. I use mine in deep, medium deep. I love that setting powder. Absolutely adore it. And if you maybe want to get into the drugstore, the Fit Me loose powder, tea. I mean, like, real bad. It's like, that's some good setting powder. That had me in a chokehold for a minute, too. Now, sometimes when I do my concealer, I like to go in with this under my eye. Just, like, set it. And I might tonight, but I'm not sure yet. Because I said I wanted to pull out products that I haven't used in a minute. This is a product I use all the time, so like I'm not really interested in pulling it out today, but we'll see how this goes. And I need to tell you what I've been telling you too for the whole time. No, my hair is not done. I'm trying to wait as close to my birthday as possible before I get anything done to it. So this bunny has been my best friend for a little while. So yeah, this and a hat. Especially like when it comes time to like film videos, it's been my best friend. So when I go live again, you more than likely will see it again. And me going live again all depends on how this live goes. Because when I tell you, like, I was freaking out, I was not going to do it. I know my concealer blending face is ugly, but this is like the only way I can look when I'm doing this part. And I'm really focused on trying to, you know, get that under eye as best as I can. So the face ain't cute, I'm sorry. It's not the most attractive thing, but I'm very sorry about that. And this is like a radiant CC cream. So if you're not into that, which for a minute I wasn't really into the radiant either, but I don't know now. I'm kind of a big fan of it, especially like this summer. This summer I had really got into like the skin tints, and that's T2. If you somebody that wants to get into makeup, but you don't want to put foundation on, and I hear a lot of people say that they don't want to put no foundation on their face. Cool, don't do that. Do you a nice little skin tint, and I feel like there are like some really good skin tints out here on the market. Like I don't know about everybody may not support this brand, but Kylie Cosmetics has like a really good skin tint, and it ranges in variety of shades. So if you want to try out one, I think that's a really good one. I absolutely love it. The Nessa Myrick has one that's good. Who else? Fenty has a good one. What about low? I'm naming all the high ends, none of the low ends. Elf came out with a really good one. I think Maybelline has some good ones. I've never tried any of Maybelline's, but none of Maybelline's products has really let me down before, so I'm almost certain if they do have a skin tint, that won't let you down. So, you know, don't be scared to try it. I think Elf has a CC cream, but I think it's more of a foundation than a CC cream. So feel free to try any of those products, and please come back and tell me what you think, because those are some products I've been looking at. All right. I think before I go in with my setting powder, I want to do this. So yeah, let's do blush. Hold on, wait, do I want to do it? Yes, I do. I probably should did this before I did my concealer. So now I feel like I got to go in with setting powder. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do my setting powder first. I think the last time I used this setting powder, it was when my godchildren's mom came up here recently, and she asked me to do a little something to her face, and I did it. And I used this setting powder, and that was like what, a weekend ago. Do y'all see that? I don't know if y'all see that. Can y'all see that? I love this setting powder. I forget how good it is because I haven't used it in so long. And this is one reason why I want to do this video today, was because I really wanted to like pull this back out, because when I found my Laura Mercier, I found like the setting powder for the setting powder I was gonna be using for the rest of my life. I had no intentions of pulling anything else out. This was it for me. I was gonna die with that setting powder, but then I remember how good Huda was to me in those first few months. I had found like a good setting powder. I liked it. I remember how good that was to me, and it really upped my makeup game. I feel like before I had found it, like I was flashbacking everywhere. Like it was horrible. I don't know if I'm gonna bake. I really don't like to bake a lot, so I might do like a little bit in like the inner corner just because I feel like I should. So I'm gonna do a little bit right here. I'm gonna have to go in and redefine my nose contour anyway, so if it disappears a little bit, you know why. I think I want to go back here and bake that as well. So yeah, I'm done with the powder. Not too much of that. And I'm gonna throw it away. But this is a beautiful setting powder for, I feel like, for complexions like mine. So if you want to get like a high end and you don't know where to start, I highly suggest you go here. When the girl suggested this to me, she said absolutely no flashback. That got my attention real bad. Real bad. Whenever you say no flashback, because the way I was flashbacking in the past was ridiculous. So now I'm just going to go in with Patrick Ta. Oh my God, I love these blushes. Love them, love them, love them. Like one of the best. I got this one is in She Knows Who She Is. Love this. And I do have a specific brush for this one. I usually go in with like a big fluffy brush, but the little this one, we'll use this one. These little brushes right here have like been, I don't know, like kind of like important like in like my blush process, because I feel like it kind of keeps me from going too crazy, but not, you know, not being too safe either. And this like gives like the prettiest color. I go all the way up to the temple right there at the end of my brow. It's not brown, but it's not like too purple, which is what I tend to go towards when I get blush. It almost gives off like a little reddish pink vibe, and it's just so pretty. I feel like it's like a nice toasty warm blush. I think this is like perfect. Like if you want to go for like more of a bronze look, but you don't want to add blush, but you know you want blush. I feel like this would be perfect for something like that. And with the Patrick Top blushes, if you know, you know. But he likes, it's suggested for you to go in with like the powder first and then set it with the cream. So I do a little bit of that. I get as close to the eye as possible. As much as I can get. And don't be scared to get on that eyelid. Perfect. Okay, so then I like to go in on top with the cream, and I just hit everywhere that I hit with that powder. And this is when the pigment starts to show up. As you can see, it looks like I don't put a little bit too much right there, but it's okay. Because it can be fixed. Do y'all see that? That's so pretty. I do like to go in on the nose with it just a little bit. Anyway, sorry, I like to put it back in the box. So now I think I can go in and press out the powder. Just a little bit. All right. That looks good. And if you ever feel like you put on just a little bit too much blush, you can always go back in with your foundation brush and just kind of like dap it over there a little bit, and that'll get rid of some of that pigment. Yep. Okay, that looks good. I like that. All right. Next, what I want to do next? I don't know if I want to do mascara tonight, but I think I will do just a little bit. It never hurts to do a little bit. I absolutely hate the size of that spoolie. That thing is huge, and it always pokes me in the eye. This right here has been like, I didn't care for this at first, but after using it a couple of times, I actually sort of do like it, so I continuously wear it. So I do like to go in with the NYX Professional Makeup Lip Lingerie. I didn't care for that ballpoint pen, but after using it a couple of times, I found I have to go over my lips a little bit, but it's still good. So I just... All right. And for my lip, I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of this CoverGirl Clean Fresh Yummy CoverGirl gloss. I love this. It smells good and it tastes so sweet. All right, and I feel like this is the finished makeup. I said I'm gonna go back in to contour my nose just a little bit more. So let me do that. Sometimes I also like to go in and mix a little bit of that in with the top too. So yeah, so just go down the nose like this. Not too much though. That's it. That's enough. And so now I'm going to set my face. Not with this one because this got like enough dew in it for me. I'm gonna go in with this right here. This is the One Size Until Done Mattifying. I know this was mattifying, but waterproof spray. It helps not to breathe for a few seconds when you go in with that because it could choke a horse. It's like putting hairspray in your face. But it leaves a film that protects your makeup all day. I mean, you can swim a marathon and come back out and your makeup will still be intact. But yes, this is the video. I just want to go in with like a few of the products that I haven't used in a while, and these two and this was some products that I haven't pulled out in a hot minute. If you are an OG subscriber, you know that I haven't pulled out these products in a minute, and I just enjoyed doing so. But yeah, this is it for this little video. I needed to do a video, so I filmed this and I put out these products. Hopefully the next video you'll get will be the curve case review. Hopefully. I also decided to go live for the first time, so yay to me for that. Good live all the way up until the end. I really enjoyed it. Will I be back again? Most likely, yes. To the person who asked how many fingers can I get up my butthole, you don't have to return. So thank you. And I will see y'all soon. Bye. Bye. How to turn this off first.